Howdy guys, I'm FEE3, your favorite Wolf Girl enthusiast, here with Fire Emblem Universe for FEE3 2021. Today I have been given the distinct honor and privilege of playing Fire Emblem Snow and Fire. This is a Fire Emblem game made on the Lex Talionis engine. If you don't know what that is, that's perfectly understandable. The Lex Talionis engine is not dissimilar from Fire Emblem Builder, which, as you may know by this point, is what allows most people to create their Fire Emblem hacks. I guess there's a distinction to be made, whereas those are hacks. This is its own game. This is its own engine. The Lex Talionis engine is still growing, still evolving. It really has a lot of capabilities that the GBA hardware doesn't really allow. As you may be able to hear with the music, there's a lot of potential in this program, and I'm very much eager to see the future of it. Now, I will say I'm not like perfectly attuned to what that entirely entails, but very much looking forward to exploring it with this game. We will be hopping into Chapter 2 as per the request of the creator of this game, and we'll be reading the story, we'll be going through the map, we'll kind of explore what this game's got to offer, and we'll see, I don't know, we'll see what we think of it. I will say, if you do want to check this game out for yourself, there's a page for it on Fire Emblem Universe. Feel free to do so at your own discretion. Now, as for the story. Hey, everyone ready? It's barely past sunrise, but snow's already started to fall. You're telling me. It's even colder than yesterday. I'm coming with you, if that's okay. This is becoming a bit more than I signed up for. Luckily, it looks like everyone's agreed to continue on. Princess, how are you feeling? A bit tired. Lon, by the way. Are you sure you're all packed? I forgot Carly in my room. Is that Carly? Carl? I'm not perfectly sure. In my room, but other than that... Wait, Carly? Isn't that your holy weapon? Oh, okay. Yep. So, shouldn't you be taking that with you? You wouldn't want it to fall into your brother's hands, right? Don't worry about it. I'll explain on the way. Alright. This ain't hard, got it? Muscle these guys out of here, and report back. Yes, boss. We'll chop him and dice him if you want. Just save the eyeballs, my necklace is a bit short. I've got other raids to watch, so this one's on you. Alright, cool. Another, or sort of like a bandit arc. Well, that's quaint. Another gang thinking they'll move in. Pirates or no, they'll find that our necks don't break easily. Right, true. Arg, I can't believe I'm caught up in this again. I'm not against defecting, but to this gang? Maybe I should have joined the army after all. Alright, very short and simple. Right to the point. So one thing that I do know about this game is that the maps are very much inspired by Fire Emblem 4, which you'll be able to see as I scroll to the ends of time. We explore this map. There's obviously a lot to take in. I'm under the assumption that we'll be playing a lot of the, like, perhaps consecutive chapters on one map. Yeah, but I'm not perfectly sure if that's the case, but whatever the case may be. Very large maps, very exciting to see. As you can see here, here's the entire map in its entirety, of course. Very, very large. We will be, I guess, going to try to kill these bosses, question mark? We'll see how that goes. We do, of course, have our units with our overview. Do excuse me if my motions are a little bit clumsy. For some reason, my controller mapped the A and B button backwards, and I couldn't change that. Whatever. I guess it's fine. I'll get accustomed to it. We'll go over the characters and have a look at them before we press on. This game does have a, So I did have a quick, overview of these characters before I hopped into this, just know what I'm talking about. This game uses something pretty cool called skill points. Essentially, you gain more skill points by attacking into enemies with weapon triangle advantage, and you can use those skill points to sort of proc skills. For example, Lon here, the Lord, has a holy weapon that they can obtain for 5 SP. Pretty cool. We'll go over each of the units though. The Heir of Tati and Chosen Wielder of Carly. A young aspirant to noble blood is the Heir class. Pretty good stats overall, really high magic. You'll come to see that their speed is really high too. Here are their growth rates. Of course, 90 magic, 55 speed, 75 res, nothing to scoff at. One other thing you'll come to see is that the growth rates are pretty high for this game. I'm not perfectly sure if that means that the enemies in the late game or in the mid game will, scale to match, but the growth rates are very reminiscent of, say, like, Awakening, Fates, Three Houses, not necessarily GBA so much as those other games. This is a very strong unit, of course. This one has very high magic, very high speed, and we're going to see that only improve over time. One other thing that I'm not perfectly sure about is how much con impacts the whole thing, because I don't see a weight stat on units, or on weapons. It's just Constitution. We will come to see that Rescue isn't the same as in GBA. It's limited to what appears to be mounted units overall. let's see, so this unit has +2 speed and charisma. The status down here more or less tells you what they're affected by. We'll see that there's a unit with charisma, so that means that there's someone nearby with charisma that grants these bonuses. Let's see, so obviously charisma can't activate with focus and range, but that's more than fine. Let's have a look through these other units. Here's Clint, a strong-hearted renegade who often acts before he thinks. He's a protege, a young fighter looking to prove themselves. Cool. This one cuts off a little bit, but I'm under the impression that this essentially is a self-dance for 3 SP. It disallows you from, I assume, being able to attack and counterattack until the next turn. It does cut off a little bit, so I'm not exactly certain on that, but I did use it once just to see what it does, and it appears to be a self-dance, more or less. At least for movement. I think the skill is specifically called Dash. That's how it appears in the menu anyway. He has Charisma, and then Fleet-Footed, which allows him to ignore some movement penalties. You'll come to see that some skills have what is called Aura, and some skills have what is called, I think it's Activated. Activated means that you have to specifically choose that action in the menu. This is one of those that's activated, and then this one's just sort of like inherent. This one's with him all the time. He's not affected. Actually, is he affected by his own charisma? That's kind of funny if so. I'm pretty sure there's one more unit that has charisma though, because it grants it to allies, right? Here's Red, a close friend of Clint's, strong but quick to slip into depression. I also didn't overview Clint's stats really quickly. I will say that Clint is probably the best unit that I've seen in quite a while. Here are his stats, of course. He's got 9 strength, 11 skill, 11 speed, decent defenses, surprisingly more res than defense. But as you'll see with his growth rates, he is very, very robust. He's not really worried about anything in terms of growth rates. He's got 60 HP, 50 luck. I'm pretty certain that 40-40 defense and res is going to make him very tanky in the long term. Very good speed, very good strength. You cannot go wrong with this guy. One thing that I do want to note on is I'm not perfectly sure what luck does, because my understanding so far is that there isn't actually a crit rate, like a crit stat, so I don't know what that exactly entails. Affects accuracy and avoid. Okay, cool. That answers my question, I suppose. Here's Red, of course, his close friend. He's an Axe Cavalier, a mounted knight with superior movement. You'll come to see, as I said, that all Cavalier units have Canto and Rescue. I don't know if Rescue will lower stats as it does in GBA, or if it will just sort of work. Anyway, he's also got Cleave, which is a combat art, which requires you to attack in with an axe. Damages all adjacent enemy units, and it costs 12 HP. I don't know how much it damages them. It's something that we'll have to try out for sure. Anyway, his stats are pretty good too. He's an Axe Cavalier with really high strength, as per usual, really. Taking a look at his growth rates, he's also got really high speed, you know, really good strength. Surprisingly, he has more magic than his friend did, or maybe it's equal. And good defense, good res. Really can't complain. This guy's going to be pretty strong by the look of things. Here is Allison. Let's see. The heir of the Vernon merchant family, well-educated and holds a keen mind. She's an armor. I assume that this description is going to be swapped at a certain point. It appears she's like roughly a Merlinus class sort of character. She's a trader. Trade with an adjacent unit for 3 SP. Okay. So yeah, trade is also a feature that's limited behind skills. Merchant, she's essentially got a silver card, and all in +4 might and +20 avoid on the next attack, which is a, you know, a proc skill. You sort of throw your, she ends up using daggers. You end up throwing your dagger with that skill. It adds more might, 20 avoid as well. Pretty cool. Her growth rates, decent across the board, 45 in strength, 40 in magic. It's kind of funny because as you'll see, her magic is higher than her strength, but the growth and strength is just a tad bit higher. Decent defenses, pretty good HP, great luck, great speed. I would assume that the idea here is for her to be like a dodge tank unit who also has some combat capabilities. Pretty cool overall. Here's Gerald. He appears to be our Jagan unit, a quiet former soldier, looks down on all those around him. Of course, as you can see in the story as well, he was a little bit hot-headed. Or perhaps hot-headed isn't the correct word, but he's very forward, I suppose. He's a sniper, devotees of the bow, possess incredible range. That might be a little bit misleading because the bows do appear to be 2 range as of right now. I don't know if one of his skills, I can't quite recall. No, it doesn't give him more range. True Shot is +100 hit on the next attack, but he can't double with it. He will always hit if he uses this 8 SP skill. And then he's also got Reposition, which you can't go wrong with Reposition. It, I think it also, yeah, it costs SP. Very cool. Here's Amani, a troubled peasant with basic knowledge of the healing arts. She's a staff cav, essentially a troubadour. She has low strength, of course, but everything else is pretty solid. As you'll see with her growth rates, the strength is going to remain true. With regard to how bad it is, her defense is going to, surprisingly, perhaps prop up a little bit. But otherwise, her stats are just fantastic across the board. Really high HP, luck, magic, speed. This is a very strong unit. She's got Canto Plus, actually. As a staff cab, that comes in really handy because she can heal and then cancel away, straight out of danger. She's got Charisma as well, and then she's got Rally, which you do have to activate. It grants all allies within a 3-tile radius, +1 to all stats for 1 turn. It does cost 10 SP, and her being a Staff Cavalier means that you won't really be able to attack with weapon triangle advantage. As a matter of fact, you can't attack at all, at least as far as I'm aware, because these staves don't really allow you to do that. Do note that the heal staff has 1 to 3 range, and that the awareness staff has 1 to 5 range. This will very much come in handy. Very solid healer overall. Well, probably one of the better ones I've seen. Here's Hannah, a former rebel, now paying penance for their allegiance. Right, okay. She's a lance cab, of course. She's got Canto, Rescue, and Desperation, which grants, if she's under half HP, +30 hit and avoid. Pretty solid kit overall. Very good strength, pretty decent speed, all things considered. One thing that I will come to, or one thing that you'll come to see, is the enemies they float around 5-ish speed. So she won't be doubling, but if she gets a little bit lucky with this 50% speed growth, she very much will be doubling. I am under the assumption that the doubling threshold is 4 speed, as it is in GBA. I'm not perfectly sure on that, though. She's got 75 strength, 70 skill, 65 defense, 50 res. This is like a monstrously strong unit if she gets her growths kicked in. I'd imagine that she'll cap every stab at magic, like, honestly. She's really, really solid overall. In terms of, like, skills that use SP, I don't think she has any. It might actually be very difficult to get her down into Desperation range, considering how her stats are sort of allocated. And here's Olabi, a stalwart guard, loyal to Toddy. Well-rounded combatant who relies on their exceptional skill. He's got Synergy, grants hit avoid +10 if an ally is within 3 tiles. Obviously, this could be combined with Charisma, which we have, I think, 2 of, for the same effect that Focus ends up giving. Transpose, which is essentially Pivot if you've played Fae. Moves to the opposite side of the target for 3 SP. And Solidify grants 5 defense for 1 turn, which is very solid for him. His growth rates are very much similar to the Lance Cavalier. She's very solid, and he's very solid as well. Just nothing really to complain about with this unit. Going to grow into something monstrous, I would assume. 130 HP is off the wall. He could get 2 HP every level up, and it wouldn't even be that bad or wouldn't even be that unheard of. Very solid unit. And now we're back to Lon. Yeah, as you'll see, the units here are very, very capable. Their growth rates are going to kick in very, very quickly, very eagerly, I guess I would say. They're going to have a lot of combat prowess. We'll go ahead and get some talk conversations. Careful, Clint. There are some enemies ahead. Yeah, I caught a glimpse of them. What have you noticed? Looks like 2 rival gangs. One seems to be the Gyro Pirates. Think we could ally with one against the other? Not a bad plan. Honestly, though, they both look nasty. I wouldn't trust either to not immediately betray us. I see. I guess Lon wouldn't be too happy with leaving any sort of bandits behind. Alright, so I guess Lon is sort of averse to that thought. Not really a fan of bandits, understandably. I do want to see what trade necessarily... Okay, that entails that. Do we have anything in the convoy? I don't think so. Alright, cool. Very neat units. I'm very... Like, I enjoy the concept of a merchant unit. In general, I think it's better when the convoy is on the Lord, but that's just my personal thoughts on it. It definitely can work when there's a, you know, an actual convoy unit. I do wish that we could access the convoy while next to her, of course. And we'll go ahead and do this one, the Holy Weapon. Costs us 5 SP. Lon gets a Carly, though. What was that? I thought I told you I wasn't worried about Carly. I don't understand. All ruling nobles make a pact with your Holy Weapon. We swear to be righteous by it, and it vows to appear when we need it. I see. What happens if you aren't righteous? The weapon makes that judgment the first time you hold it. If you aren't of the bloodline, or you aren't just, it incinerates you. Ah, right. Yep. Alright, so now we have the Carly Tome. I'm not sure if this sticks around or if you have to use that every, like, other turn in order to get that. But it's a very strong tome, as you can see. It's her PRF. Magic +10 and Res +5. Yeah. Yep, very, very strong, on top of it being 8 might on its own. That's 18 might in effect, so 18 plus that 9, that's 27 damage that we're going to be dealing to enemies. very much looking forward to making use of that one. Going to refrain from using the rally spell. In my first, like, sort of test run-through, I did use the rally right away, just by instinct. And that's how I discovered that she's not really going to have the ability to restore that. You've really just got 2 rallies that you can use until either something comes along that refreshes her, or you somehow attack with weapon triangle advantage, which I don't think you can precisely do. I am going to equip the Shadow. These tiles right here seemingly allow you to just warp, and then you don't necessarily have to stop moving from there. You can actually continue to move. I don't know if it gives you an entire other action. It seems like it did right there. I'm not sure if that's intended, but if it is, then that's cool. He only has 9 hit rate, so I'm pretty inclined to go for this. I'm not really worried about him hitting me. As you'll see, the damage and the hit rate are the only things that are presented. Not really much in terms of, like, you know, avoid or crit rate. You kind of just roll with those 2 stats, and that's how it goes. We are going to get shot by this archer, and that's more than fine. The Shadow is his PRF weapon, and it grants... Okay, that's a great level up, as honestly expected. His PRF weapon, the Shadow, once it's equipped, it grants the Luna ability, which will be an SP using skill as well. We will try that out on the archer next turn, because that is the way to one-round the archer. We'll also be standing on a forest tile, so we won't be in any danger. Go ahead and equip the Shadow, and then we'll do Luna, which at this point you're allowed, it gives you the Luna skill, and you're allowed to choose which weapon you use with that. We could just use the Shadow. I don't know that there's necessarily a downside to using the Shadow over the Iron Sword. In fact, it appears that it's just better with regard to attack instead of... I mean, I guess that this is the hit rate one and that's the attack one. Okay, cool. We'll just use the Shadow because it's fun. You will notice that there are no animations as of right now. They are actually turned on. But only select units have their, you know, animations as of right now. Okay, we'll go ahead and get this guy. He, of course, talked about defecting, so we'll go ahead and grab him. Bandit, prepare for... Hold on now, no need to be aggressive. I said surrender, or surrender. Yes, I surrender. You do? Yes, isn't that brown-haired girl the princess? I don't want to fight her. That brown-haired girl? Huh, you're pretty funny. Well, I won't stop you from joining us. I'll even vouch for you personally if you want. That would be great. The princess, will she accept me? She's pretty nice, so don't worry. Just stay loyal and you'll be fine. Right. Okay. And, she's the princess, actually, so I guess, he's a little bit misinformed as to who's who. I guess he thinks that she's the princess, Miss Allison. Anyway, we will see that he has animations, so we'll go ahead and throw a short axe with him. Oh, actually, are they? Maybe I forgot to turn animations on or something. I'm pretty sure that I saw his animations before. Or maybe it's just that the archer class doesn't have animations, because I know in a previous attempt I did attack that cavalier there, and the animations did appear. Right, okay. So, that's just how that is. Can't really affect that. I do want to change some of these settings. Yeah, auto cursor is off. Yeah, this is fine. Auto end turn, confirm end, display hits. Let's see. I mean, I guess that the confirm end is a cool, like, way around accidentally misclicking. That's something that I'm a little bit bad about, is misclicking and just ending turn immediately. So I guess that's handy. I'll leave that on for now. Pretty cool that you can still move your full movement afterwards. I wonder if that's intended. Let's see, we'll use the oak bow here. It does appear to more or less get the job done. Okay, we'll get to see his animations too. Yeah, the Lex Talionis engine is really impressive with regard to what it can perform, or what things you can do with it. Let's see. Looks like we'll have a talk conversation. We'll search instead of solidify. And there we go. Talk. Milady, do you really intend to fight? You are. Apologies. Corporal Olavi, Western Guard Regiment. I mean, I summoned Carly for a reason. I know, and it isn't my place to question, but... Yes. I guess I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. Alright then. They seem to have a little bit of a rocky relationship. Not perfectly sure what they're about. Alright, let's get going here. But you have to be a little bit careful because there is an archer here who will hurt me. Despite my high growth rates, my stats still aren't exactly there yet. Go to search. We'll try to get this talk conversation as well. We do want to read all of them if we can. Hey, princess, there's something I'm not getting. What is it? I heard you say earlier that Carly will kill anyone who touches it. Unless they share Toddy's blood and are a good person. Right. Well, right. So why not let your brother have Carly? I mean, think about it. He seems like a bad guy, so your book would kill him, right? Maybe. So look, let's ride over to him. He touches the book and burns up, easy. If he doesn't, then he can't be that bad. Let's keep moving. Huh, why? My plan seems pretty good. You're my bodyguard, not a strategist. Let's go. Ah, so it's like that, eh? You know what? That's actually pretty big-brained. I am eager to see how that unfolds. We'll go ahead and get along with this group. And, oh, from this tile, I will be able to heal because of the 3-range healing and whatnot. That is a cool animation. I haven't seen that one. Very nice. I wonder if the animations were just off because perhaps, I'm not really sure how that works. Either way, they seem to be largely on now, apart for the enemies, of course. Very cool. Very much looking forward to seeing how this unfolds. Okay, so the oak bow, very good choice. The willow and oak bow, essentially iron bow and steel bow, just with a different name. Okay, so it did appear that the SP meter came up there. I wonder if instead of attacking with weapon triangle, archers just attack into each other. That would make sense. I think that would make sense. Let's see. Okay, so these guys are a little bit of an impasse. And that guy's mega bopped. I think I'm going to leave this group alone. To be honest, I don't think that I need to approach them. It might be good to, but I don't necessarily see that as being the case. Local bandit commanding a troop of cavaliers. Rhythm, of course. Very, very strong. Kanto doesn't seem to have like his own skills apart from that. It's the Gust Blade, which uses magic to determine the damage. Grants wielder +2 speed. Kind of crazy considering he has capped speed. Stats do appear to cap at 15. I guess I'll have to keep that in mind as I progress some. Because stats very much... Oh, right, and that's a feature too. You can actually turn on all, you know, enemy ranges, which is honestly something that I'm pretty fond of. Okay, so we'll do this. I did see a talk conversation that only he can initiate. Also, he's got Smite. I'll have to do a quick overview of him. Princess, it's an honor. Princess, I've abandoned piracy in order to join your army. I know it may be hard to trust me, but who put you up to this? Have I displeased you? Who told you to come talk to me? I just... Short, black-haired girl. Lon? Huh. I didn't know she was that kind of person. Please, don't take out your anger on her. What? Oh, I'm not the princess. She is. She... what? You can't be. Anyway, we have Smite here. He's a really cool unit overall. He's got the short axe and the devil axe. For all its power, this axe magically poisons the user while equipped. Of course, the devil axe is an infamous weapon, because it usually hurts you in exchange for... well, it usually has the potential to hurt you in exchange for its overwhelming power. This one just poisons you. In this game, poison lowers all of your stats by 2. That's why he appeared poisoned at the start of the map. Overall, he seems to be very much a growth unit. Low strength, well, quote-unquote low strength, low speed for a fighter. But overall pretty cool. He's got pretty good skills as well. Heavy hitter adds half of the weapon weight to damage, which is just crazy at times. If attacking and damage would defeat an enemy, grants 30 plus 30 hit from overwhelm. There's of course Smite, which is a 3 SP skill, and Resolve, which is plus 50% strength, skill, and speed if your HP is under half. Which, to be fair, he does have 40 HP, so that's going to be a little bit hard. On top of a 60% defense growth, 60% strength, 120 HP. Yeah, very, very strong unit if he gets his growths in order. Seems to be the usual, as for this game. Or as per this game's usual, that is to say. Hannah, let's see. I do need to be a little bit careful of this pirate. I did mark it by accident, but it is good that I marked it nonetheless. Because, yeah, you don't really want to be attacked by a pirate with a steel axe that does 17 damage, unless you can reasonably avoid it. Let's see. We'll just go ahead and get Lon down here. Did her weapon stay? Cool. Carly stays. That's good. And then... oh, a talk. Awesome. Hannah, can you help me? Always. What is it? That guy, the new person. He has a staff with him. I think it was my mother's. Do you recognize him? No, that's not what I mean. It had been stolen a few years before then. Ah, will you ask him if I could have it? I think you should ask him, Imani. I really, really don't want to. It's scary, but I'll be nearby. He seems like a nice person. If you're sure, let me work up the courage, okay? Alrighty. She seems to be very timid, very shy. Almost as per usual with the healer. But, you know, not necessarily a bad thing. Let's see, so I wonder if the boss is going to move in on those guys. He does seem to be in range. He would be able to body up on them pretty easily too, considering that he is a sword unit who attacks res. Alright, looks like those pirates are mega dead. Ooh, well, the pirates are doing good work. Gotta commend them. Okay, let's be a little bit careful with this boss. He has the great axe and the hand axe. Hand axe is, of course, going to be his preferred. Actually, I'm not perfectly sure if that will be his preferred because of how this isn't necessarily built on the GBA engine, so I guess we'll see what happens. I don't want to give him a force, but I don't think I really have a choice. I think my biggest play here is going to be standing here. I don't want to equip the shadow, or I don't want to do the dash command this turn because I've had experience with that where it isn't necessarily kind to me. One thing I do want to note, yeah, as you can see there, she heals 20 HP, which is kind of crazy for a heal staff. It's essentially a men's staff on her, since it's obviously 10 magic, or 10 plus her magic stat, which is at 10. She's essentially the ultimate utility unit. Go ahead and wait here. I don't know if the enemies have the capabilities of using the the switches as we do. But if not, then that's perfectly cool. I'll just move on down here. I do want to sort of have people in range of various things. So you can attack all the way to there. You can attack there. I'm fine with the sniper being in range of the hand axe. We'll see who he attacks. I guess it would make the most sense for him to attack the mercenary. Unless, of course, he wants to go for damage output. Or maybe hit rate. I guess we'll see. Wow, that pirate is really on fire. Okay, so they're going for damage over hit rate. Coming to fight then? Well, I won't be complaining. Alright, cool. Yep, definitely going for damage. Because the sniper will take more damage. Of course, he is the superior Jagan too, so he'll be dealing good damage in that way. We'll go ahead and see what the soldier can do against this archer right here. I do want to, instead of marking him, I want to mark this one. Okay, cool. Let's see. The Piercer Spear is, I didn't touch on that, but it's essentially a Horse Slayer. One thing I'm not sure on is if weapons are 2 times effective or 3 times effective. I really hope it's 3 times effective, because I think that's just superior. But we'll see. Maybe we'll see. It's also a little bit weird not having to factor in crit rates, because that's something that I'm big on. I very much enjoy my crit strats and whatnot. Okay, I'm going to go for the hatchet just for the hit rate. Seems to have done the job. Looks like he had a talk conversation with her as well that I'll have to cover at a certain point. Alright, let's attack with her and see if we can get that Carly tome. She will die if she misses, actually, so we'll not do that. That seems like a bad play. We'll just use the boss, or the shadow instead. I guess we could use Luna. I did say I was going to use it, and I somewhat forgot to. I have to be a little bit careful with my motions, because, as I said... Actually, did I use Luna? Well, whatever the case may be. We'll attack him once. Be a little bit careful with my motions, because my controls are backwards. It's a little bit awkward, but it's more than fine. Let's see. So, I guess we could Devil Axe him. We don't die. We just get poisoned. You're pulling a quick one, Ethan. Dang, I knew you were shifty. You and your pirates are nothing but thugs. Any half-decent man would do the same as I. That's so. Suppose those half-decent men would wind up dead, too. I don't know about that one. The not-so-half-decent man wound up dead, it seems. Wow, he got a lot of experience, which that was a boss kill, that makes sense. Alright, strength and defense, almost as expected of him. Very cool. Briard will have my head. Well, I think we have your head now, buddy. Let's get a move on, we'll see what happens. I don't know if we have to kill the boss on that side. I kind of hope not. It'd be a little bit awkward to get over there at this point. It would be really, really difficult to approach him if I'm being real about it, because he's very strong. He's very, very strong. I wonder what will happen once this final pirate is destroyed. I actually got strength, good magic and res, cool. Very good job. Can't throw the one space down. Very, very nice. Let's see, this one doesn't have rescue, I believe, so we can't really do rescue strats with her, but I will have to keep in mind that I can do rescue strats with the other 2 calves. I will want to see how that goes. We will have Kanto, so we can Kanto and do that as well. Let's see, we're trying to arrive at Ku. Is this Ku? Let's see, where is Ku? Not exactly sure where that is. Is that perhaps a castle somewhere? Let's see. I don't know. I guess we'll just keep moving and we'll see what happens. There doesn't really appear to be a way over here, so maybe I will have to kill this group. I am under the assumption that he doesn't move since he didn't move against the pirates. I am really hopeful that I'm correct on that front, because otherwise things could get bad. Okay, we'll attack into this guy with the Piercer Spear. Okay, no, there's no way it's not 3 times effective. There's no way it's doing 36 damage if it's 2 times effective. That's really good to see. That would have been 21 damage plus his 11 strength. It might even be like 4 times effective or something. Because that's a lot of damage. That really was. Even with Weapon Triangle, that is a lot of damage to be dealing. We could do something kind of funny here, actually. If I... Let's see, can I rescue her? No, she's... Okay, so rescue will still be based on con. And I would say that she has, like, almost unlimited con. Oh, actually. Huh. Okay, I guess it's just that they have equal con. And that would be one way of balancing out the rescue ability. Having 7 con on the 2 that can rescue. I wonder if anyone has a con growth, actually. Doesn't seem like it. Same thing with movement. Probably for the best, to be honest. I'm not really a fan of when those can increase on their own. I really, really hope that he doesn't decide to move in on us. I think we might one-shot him because of how strong Olavi's Piercer Spear is. Let's see. Okay, cool. He doesn't decide to do anything to us. Well, that would hurt. I guess what I could do is just solidify. Given it does attack a res, so that wouldn't actually help me that much. I'm gonna take this major risk and bank on this hitting. Well, the Mutts have arrived. I'm surprised you cowards dared to leave Toddy. My boys have fought off plenty of patrols before and don't expect any different now. Please hit, please hit, please hit. Okay, good. Very, very good. Rest in peace, Rhythm. I don't know if he was exactly playable or recruitable. I didn't see a talk command. I ordered to charge. Alright, well, we are meant to arrive at Ku, and no enemies remain. I don't know where Ku is, necessarily. I guess we'll just keep moving and see what happens. Maybe I'll have him... That's kind of funny. You can just sort of, like, refresh movement in that way. I doubt that's intentional, but... Hey, anyone home? Stay where you are. Please, just leave me alone. Lower the drawbridge. Drawbridge and we'll leave in peace. Fine, fine. Yeah, we'll save. Awesome. We will be going until we meet, I believe, a sage of some kind, if I'm not mistaken. So, let's see what happens. Yeah, this is, a little bit of a, exploit on my end, but big maps call for, big measures, question mark? I don't know. Yeah. Oh well, I guess that's part of the intent anyway. I can sort of playtest it and see what happens. We'll get a move on. Let's see, so far. So, personally, like, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of FE4, but I am excited to see how this game takes the large map size and sort of works with that, as opposed to how FE4 sort of leaves things very much blank a lot of the times, at least in my opinion. Perhaps it's not the entirely correct one, but I don't necessarily care. We'll swap over, go ahead and get our movement back, and go to this one. Awesome, and we should be able to rescue him as well. I think he has low enough con. Actually, he doesn't, dang. Go ahead and get him over here as well. Could have smited, but it doesn't matter that much. I wonder if this is a visit. Yeah, it is. This goes... fixing something. Perhaps you are. Just a few travelers. We're going to Ku. You too? Yeah, looking to sell my catch. Just so you know, a landslide has blocked the most direct route. I'm going to head north and loop around the mountain range. Thanks. We'll follow your lead there. Now, if you don't mind. He seems on edge. Wonder why. Oh. I guess that would be why. Merton. Hello. You want it again? With your knife, please. Right. That's good. Yes, you may continue on. What, is it like a blood pact? Or... Wow. Talk about movement. What do you do to him? I did nothing. He chose to cut himself. Why? That is the price I ask for passage. What if someone doesn't want to? It will not pass. So, you're insane. Why would anyone? Clint, ooh. Wow. That's pretty cool music. Clint, I don't think this is some old man. Little blood isn't much, right? I can go first. Wait. I am the Princess of Toddy. I bear their blood and wield their weapon. I'm your liege, so you have no right to make demands. Princess of Toddy. Fine then, only yours. Only mine? Didn't you hear me? It is only fair considering the pain they brought me. Only yours. No, step aside. Wait, Lon, why? It'll hurt, but if that's all he's asking. I agree. The sooner we get to coup, the better. You don't get it. My blood can't be used like that. Can't be, or won't be. I'll go along with it, but only as our last resort. Well, step aside. Oh, Toddy. Good luck, child. Would you like to save? Sure. I'll go ahead and save. Awesome. Interesting. Peru. His presence gives off a strange aura, almost as if from another age. Huh, interesting. Let's see, I'm going to check one thing real fast, and I will be right back. Alrighty, I should be back now. I just wanted to ensure that I'm doing the correct thing. It appears that we are to, do the boss fight against this sage. The Elder Bolts cannot double and contains a brief cooldown. Interesting. He does seem to be very strong. He's dealing 21 damage. He's also got Raise, which raises frozen bodies. Huh. Interesting. So I wonder if he's going to, very, eagerly attack us. Oh, can we, okay, I guess we'll just have to sort of cut through there. I will rescue him. We'll bring him along. And, rescue him and bring him along. Alright, we'll drop these guys off next turn. I am very hopeful that we're able to defeat this boss. It seems as though we've, oh, draw blood. Huh. Okay, so, like, if we can't defeat him, then that's our thing. I guess what I could do, let's see, I do want to ensure that Dash doesn't destroy me. Let's see, refreshes the unit's movement, but disables something and counterattacks until the next turn, which is a little bit sketchy. Hiru has a lot of HP, so I hope that we're going to be okay against him. Carly does a lot of damage, which is really good as of right now. I guess I'll put her here with the Carly, without drawing blood, and then we'll sort of go around with him and see what happens. I'll stand on this just in case. Doesn't matter which one for avoid. Interesting. Oh, he's running away. Huh, okay. So I guess that means he's going for him. Merton, a fisherman, known for little else. Huh. The music is flames, by the way. It's really going hard. Ranger's Guile. 20 hits, 2 might, while on plains or snow. Encloser will lock the target in place for 1 turn. Okay. Encloser's a pretty cool skill. I remember it from 3 houses. Let's see. So he wants to run away. That is odd. I might have to, like, sort of block him off by using dash, if that's the case. See, he has a lot of movement, actually. He's got 6 move, as expected of a, you know, of a sage. Okay, we'll go ahead and dash in front of him. We'll try to block off his path at least a little bit so that we can get up here and attack him. If he gets too far away, I might have to draw blood. I would say that that's probably not the best outcome, at least for the story. But we will see. Let's see, do we die in 1 hit? All in, perhaps? I don't think that we're going to be attacked, but I'm also not perfectly sure. I guess I'll take this opportunity to find out if we'll get attacked since my save isn't that far back. Awesome. Does that poison him too? Okay, good dodge. Very cool. Does that poison him? That's very good if so, because that's, yeah, that's -2 to all stats. And then he's also, let's see, the strain of battle has made it impossible to aim an attack. Okay. I definitely should have blocked him in with dash before, because I could have blocked him here, and that would have been great. Let's see. Maybe I'll be able to block him off at another point. We'll see what happens. This is pretty cool, though. I like the thought of a boss fight, or of a boss who just runs away from you. I'm going to try to rescue the sniper forward some instead of the fighter, because I think he'll be more reasonable. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so he's not necessarily running away, just sort of running around. Phantoms, cool. They have Steel Axe. It seems like they will all have Steel Axe, I would assume. What's their hit rates like? He can't attack me for like 4 turns. He's got -77 hit. That's kind of funny. Oh, actually, it's only for 1 more turn. Cool. Does he have Renewal? Regeneration. Regenerates HP every turn. Okay. Makes sense to me. How does he fare against these? Very well, actually. So we'll go ahead and attack into him. And hopefully not get hit by like a bunch of 8% in a row. I don't see why we would, but you never know. And I guess we'll allow... I'm going to do this. Mark where these guys are. Ooh, is that Shadow Gift? Ephemeral. Unit disappears when this status is removed. Okay, so after 5 turns, they just disappear. And then they've got Void Curse, so no EXP is distributed for them. He can't really attack me for this one more turn. I just want to stay out of range with the phantoms, largely. Wherever he moves to, it will be covered. We'll have him more or less locked in. Like I said, regardless of where he decides to move, we'll have units on all sides. We should be able to attack into him and keep safe as a result of the healing. I won't draw blood just yet. I don't think he can kill anybody since he can't attack, unless that recovers this turn and then he like almost ambush attacks us. Which it doesn't appear that he does, so that's good. He did go into the forest tile. We could, in theory, trap him now, which would be kind of cool. If we trapped him, then wouldn't be able to move anymore, and he wouldn't be able to summon more of those things. We could also sort of force his hand, so to speak, so that he can't attack into us. So far, I'm having a great time with this hack, or game, I guess I should say, being on its own engine. Let's see. So let's say that I attack him with this guy. I could use. Oh, he still can't attack me. Cool. Are his stats still lowered? They are not. Oh, it's because he's got this equipped, it seems, or maybe not. Cannot double and contains brief cooldown. Well, I guess I'm not complaining. Oh, it's 2-3 range, isn't it? That's right. That was the caveat. Yeah. Very cool. Well, then that means I can just lock him in here. Cool. Sounds good to me. Peru. How you have fallen, Peru. Let's see, what kind of... Okay, I was really hoping for strength there to sort of speed along the process, but that's fine. Does that also lock him out of being able to attack? No, it doesn't. Okay, so I guess what I'll do is go here with him. Yeah. And I guess steel is probably my best bet. A little bit low hit rates. I'm not sure if this runs off of 2 RN or if it's 1 RN or if it's some combination. I don't really know. Cleave. I'll try cleave once. Really low chance of it even hitting, but if it does, then that would have been nice. Very cool that it displays the skills. It also doesn't seem to take away from my abilities. Oh, he can move across rivers. Well, that's a little bit less than good. At least he can't kill any of my units. Especially if I attack into him with her. Yeah, he can't double me, so very nice. Hopefully we, okay. His abilities seem to be very robust. He's gonna try to move across that river. I can't really block that off, short of like going around. That could become a little bit troublesome. We'll see how this goes, though. Go ahead and heal her up. Very nice, though. We could throw another, like, poison effect with her. I don't know if the poison effect is as a result of her, or if it's because of his own abilities. Oh. Interesting. So he can still attack us. Whoops. Can we throw another poison dagger? I don't really know. Oh, do the daggers themselves give a poison effect? I'm not sure. Let's see. Trader, merchant, and all in. Okay, yeah, 9 SP. Okay. Yeah, we can't really restore that now since we're at the point that we are. Alright, let's go to right here. And move these guys on up. Very cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how this hack or this game ends up progressing in the future, because obviously, as I said, the Lex Talionis engine is one that's brimming with potential. Ooh. Is she dead? Okay, no, she's not. It can't double. Very cool. Very much an engine that's brimming with potential. Very much encourage everyone to, you know, keep an eye on it as it grows. There's a lot in store. Let's see. So since he's attacked me now, right? Okay, so he can't do that anymore. I've got 2 turns. I can now surround him and attempt my very best to body up on him. I am under the impression that probably drawing blood is the best option with regards to defeating him. But we do have the capabilities of doing so if we get extremely lucky. We will see the last resort probably take place if he ends up being able to attack us again. Because, yeah, we can't really handle him. Otherwise, okay, he got 2 HP, good strength, very good. More skill would be nice, especially because hitting this guy seems to be quite the challenge. Go ahead and try to shoot him with the sniper. I'll do true shot, might as well. Go ahead and get some shots out while I can. No hit rates, right. Very cool. I wonder if attacking with that will keep him unable to attack. I doubt that it will. I doubt that it refreshes his abilities. Really clever effect that is used there to keep him from doing anything of the sort. Let's see. Gonna be hard to hit him, and he's going to restore HP each turn. I can get out of his range with the healer and stuff, and I can give people extra accuracy, which is actually really strong. I guess what I'll do is I'll give that to her. Whoops, I didn't mean to rally. That is not what I intended to do. That is my bad, though. Okay, 20 might. Yeah, I think she's going to be the key to defeating him. I really hope this hits. Okay, no. I'll have to imbue her with the accuracy next turn. But, that's fine. Wonder if we'll be able to hit with him. I doubt it. Axes are not known for their necessarily reliable hit rates. Let's see. Can't really attack with the knife person either, because I'm just out of range. I guess I could go all the way around and do that. Makes sense to me. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, okay, he can just move through us then. Interesting. Let's see. To be honest, I might go ahead and do the draw blood thing. I think it's probably like a game over condition, or maybe not a game over condition, but like not what you're necessarily intended to do. But I don't really have another way of approaching this scenario. We'll give it one more turn and see what happens. I'll have to be really careful with my healer, since if he can move through my people, then she's not safe at all. Let's see. Can I shoot one of these guys? I hope so. Maybe he should display pass as one of his abilities. Maybe he does. Maybe I missed it. I'll have to check again. If he has pass, then that's understandable. Let's see. Yeah, he does. Okay. Yeah. Maneuver. Right. That makes sense. And then acrobat. Well, fleet-footed. Understandable. That's on me for attempting that then. Let's see. I can't quite kill all of these guys this turn, I think. Which could be troublesome in a particular way. So you don't really have a vulnerary equipped, or at all. I'll go right here and attempt to use that one thing, and hopefully that'll work out. Give her the awareness and see what happens. Try to stay out of range and stuff. I guess it's fine for these guys to stay where they are. If he gets hit, then it's pretty bad. Or if he gets hit twice, that is, then it's pretty bad. But otherwise, shouldn't be a big deal. We'll go for... I mean, honestly, Ethan will be completely fine. We'll attempt with the short axe, and then if it doesn't work, that's fine. Okay, so he'll attempt to attack us. I guess I'll stand here with him, equip the steel spear, and solidify. And hopefully his damage, or his defense will be high enough. It does seem to be pretty good. If he gets attacked by both of them, and then subsequently by this guy, it could be pretty bad. But I guess we'll see. Keep Hannah back here, Red back here as well. And then out of range of these guys is where I will place her. We'll see what happens. If I have to draw blood, then I have to draw blood. Okay. Let's see. He does, of course, regenerate very significantly. Decides to move to there, of all places, which is less than ideal for my purposes. I really do want to try to kill him. I do think that we have the capabilities to do so. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Very interesting boss fight, no doubt about it. He's not overpowered, he's just very dodgy. Let's see, we'll go ahead and Oak Bow. And we'll see where he decides to attack on the next turn. Or if he decides to run off again and, like, bring about more enemies. We'll kind of just keep ourselves very much prepared for whatever he may try. There's really no rhyme or reason to where he moves, so I guess we'll see what happens. Okay, he decides to attack Olavi. That's a pretty good target for it, to be honest. It's really good that he can't double us. Okay. Now, this is where things get real. We'll go ahead and throw down awareness. I didn't mean to rally. I'm really bad about that. There goes both of our rallies, but at least now we have, you know, something in effect. Go ahead and attempt Carly. I really hope this hits. Come on. Dang, okay. Carly is going to be our best chance, really, when it comes to attacking and dealing meaningful damage to him. It's going to keep restoring HP. Wish that I had... Oh, I do have Luna again. Cool. Please hit, Luna. Please hit. Dang, okay. Yeah, it does... I'm going to assume it's running on 2R, and that makes the most sense, considering the hit rates so far. Of course, they're not likely or anything, but, you know. It's more than likely that it would have hit by now, considering how many times. I don't know. Maybe it's not 2R. I really don't have any pointer as to whether or not that's the case. Come on. Unlucky. Very unlucky. Well, we will have to be cutting it short here here very soon, because I don't want to overstay the welcome, so to speak. Let's see what happens, though. We'll see if we're able to kill him on the next turn, and if not, then we'll draw blood on the following turn, because that's really the only option that I'll have left. Transpose. Don't really want to do that. Come on, hit. Yeah, there we go. Felt good about that one anyhow. Okay, we'll see where he moves to, and then hopefully she's still in range. That is to say... Oh. Alrighty then. Well, I can't quite reach him in a meaningful way now. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw blood and we'll see what happens. Dang it. This is what I have to do. Arg. Ah. Oh, even seeing it flow. I must savor this every drop. Please, pass through. Debt is more than paid. Huh. Is he going to continue to attack us? I hope not. I'd say that these guys probably will. We'll see what happens following this. I have a feeling that she might go berserk on us and we'll see something bad take place, but it's hard to say. Let's see, we'll move out of the way with him. Do these guys have pass? No, they don't. Alright, let's see what happens when we end turn. Does go ahead and heal. Does he decide to attack us still? I hope not. Huh. Well, what happens if we attack him again? Haven't you had enough? Still convinced you can win. Huh. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what that entails. I guess I'm sure that we can win. I think that we have the capability to do so. I guess we're meant to kill him regardless. Does drawing blood give us more stats or something? Oh. Oh yes, it does. Oh yes, it very much does. That said, she's only got 5 HP now, so she's like a nuke to end all nukes, but she's, and she's not even healable. She just loses that HP. She gets the skill Draw Blood. The user's holy blood allows them to temporarily sacrifice health for power. And we can't survive a hit from him. So I guess I will first have to shoot with the sniper and sort of eliminate that. I kind of wish I had drawn blood earlier. I might like reload my save or something and try again. Because I seem to be at a position where it'll be very difficult to do things. Oh, he has 100% hit on me now. I guess we gave him power. Or is it because he didn't hit the sniper? Let's see, how do I see his HP again? I'm pretty sure he hit the sniper. I guess I can't see his unless I unrescue him. Can we take and drop with the other cav? Yeah. Take and drop. Okay, so he did get hit. Well, I'm going to reload my save and bring it back to a point where it's much easier to interact with him, so I'll be right back. Alright, so we should be getting back into it now. I'm going to go ahead and cast Awareness and see what happens here. I very, very much want to attack this guy once before he's able to, like, flee super far. Hopefully we can... Let's see, okay, so he's going to hit me, and then I'll draw blood on the next turn, and maybe attack into him. We'll see what happens. I need to get his HP pretty low. It was requested that I see the boss fight through, so I'm going to try to do that. I may have to cut out some of the previous interactions, and if I do, then I apologize, but we got to get through this somehow. Go ahead and go here. We'll go ahead and throw one of these daggers, hopefully poison him with all in. I would very much enjoy that if we could. Awesome. Keep those stats lowered and allow us to attack into him a little bit easier on the following turns. Gonna go ahead and do the rescue strat again where I bring these guys on forward. Depending upon whether or not that's still in, I don't know if you'll have seen that, but we attempted to bring these guys forward. And, yeah, that's essentially the gist of it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to Luna him, probably with the help of the staff, with the awareness staff, because Luna is going to do a lot of damage. It's just a really good heal for him. Okay, item. Okay, we can't use Luna yet, actually. Dang, I should have used it on the girl then. Maybe it's time to draw blood. If it is, then a little bit awkward, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Very much a difficult boss interaction. He's incredibly dodgy. Okay, let's see. Can't kill me because he can't hit. Please hit this, though. Please hit this. This is big. Okay, good. Assuming we draw blood, I think that takes me a turn, and if it does, then I can't really do what I want to do. Okay, that's a great, yeah, literally a perfect level up. Cool. Very good, Lon. I guess we'll go ahead and throw this again and attempt to deal a point of damage. Good. I think he's going to move downwards and summon more phantoms, so we're going to attempt to sort of intercept that before he does that. I probably should have brought the sniper more ahead because he's a little bit more of a valuable unit than I let on. Okay, he's moving up and summoning phantoms. Shoot, that's not good then. I'm gonna have to sort of rely on his ability to tank them, which, you know, that's more than fine. He's very capable of doing so. Go ahead and do that. He'll kill off all of these. This guy is going to remain an issue. I guess I'll go ahead and draw blood now. We'll see what happens. Dang it, if this is what I have to do, Oh, even seeing it flow, I must savor this every drop. Please, pass through. Your debt is more than paid. Alright, so I'm going to have to attack into him next turn. It does appear that her portrait has shifted. I think it goes back on the next turn. Plus 10 strength and magic at the cost of 10 HP. Huh, okay. Makes sense to me. She can't quite survive. I guess we'll do this, and we'll go ahead and see about the talk conversation. Excuse me. Yeah, I recognize your staff. Oh, this one? I grabbed it from a few bandits a while back. I think it was my mother's. Was it now? I figured that they didn't play fair for it. May I have it? Well, of course. I'm glad it's found its way back to you. And oh, she's gone. Oh, rescue. Well, that most certainly would have come in handy. Brings an ally near. Well, let's go ahead and use that. Bring Hannah near. Oh, you can choose the space too. That's good. Really cool implementation of that. Let's see. I really hope that we can kill him very soon, because as I said, I don't want this to go on for too long. I do want to kind of keep the episode to a certain threshold. Go ahead and end the turn, and we'll see what happens. I hope he moves down. I really hope he moves down. It would be mega annoying if he did not. Well, I guess it's going to be mega annoying then. Let's see. Well, I guess we lose, question mark, because if he attacks her, then she dies. Interesting. Well, I can't really reach the talk conversation at this point. I guess I'll... Let's see, can he use Luna again? I think that the SP cost... Can he use it? Well, he can't. Okay. Well, I'll attack this one. He has pass, which is a little bit odd, because he'll always be able to attack us that way. Let's see, I'm not perfectly sure if that enables... Okay, cool. Right. Well, he has pass, of course, and that makes it difficult. Go ahead and do this. Devil Axe is going to poison us, of course, but that's more than fine. In fact, it appears it hasn't poisoned us just yet. Go ahead and hatchet this one, and we'll see what happens. And I guess we'll throw the Carly, but I'm not really confident about that at all. I'll move back. If we get hit by him even once, then we die. That is, of course, the Lord, so it would be a game over. Let's see. He's very strong, there's no doubt about that. It's a very awkward boss fight, I will say. But, you know, that's part of how it is sometimes. I think I would prefer it if this is just me speaking from my own, you know, circumstances, not perfectly reflecting upon how the game actually is. I think I would prefer it if he had perhaps a set movement pattern or something that was like, you know, something that we could understand. So it does become very awkward to have to chase him around and then also risk dying. Haven't you had enough? I'm still convinced you can win? Ha. Well, I mean, you're the one that attacked us, buddy. Draw blood gives more power, but at what cost, just about, would be the phrase. I guess we'll shoot him with the bow for true shot. Go ahead and use that. He can no longer really attack us. We have to let the Lord more or less get the finishing blow, because I believe that he can still hit us somehow despite us having the blood thing. Let's see. I guess what I'll do is I'll rescue her forward. I really don't want to, though, because I need to use the staff to the best of my ability. It's really hard. I hope that we hit. No. No such luck. Okay, so let's try one more time with him. Let's see. I really hope this works. Come on. Alrighty, we should be roughly good to go now. Let's see what happens when we attack him with the Devil Axe. It's got pretty good hit rate, so I think that's gonna be... Yeah, that might be enough damage to get him through, or to get through him with the, you know, the Mage Girl. We can't move to this tile exactly, so we will have to use the rescue. We'll go ahead and do that. If we can finish him off, I'll be more than happy to do so. It'd be awesome to get through him. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I don't want to sort of occupy his space. I would like to get that top conversation. I didn't mean to do that at all, but I guess it's okay. We'll have one more turn where we can rescue and sort of get through him. I didn't know that you could draw blood a second time. That was a little bit funny. If you can stack that, then that's really strong. I don't think you can, though. I think it's only the plus 20 because her tome gives extra as well. Oh well, let's see what happens at the end of this turn. Please don't move too far away. Okay. Of course. Well, we're gonna have to rescue, that's for sure. Please let this kill him. I'm really hopeful on that front. Let's see. So, this is one of those points where I think the map design sort of shows its, downfalls, so to speak. Please hit this. Please hit this. Please. Okay, good. Yeah, big maps allow for enemies, especially like this, to, more or less just completely have their way with you. Let's see, magic skill speed, or res that is, that's pretty good. Let's see what happens. Death? No, only slumber. Alright. Well, I guess we'll see what happens then. I do want to block off in every way, so as to not die. I also didn't mean to attack with Steel Axe there. I'm a little bit clumsy with my movements still, as expected of, you know, sort of running a new engine, or whatever the case may be. I'm going to rescue her, Canto back, and then do a little bit of this. I'll go ahead and Devil Axe this one, sure. And then we'll kill the other one with the sword user. And I believe that might be the end of it. We'll have to see what happens at the end of this turn, but I believe that will be the end of it. We'll go ahead and get that talk conversation since they're, you know, able to do so. And from there we'll see what happens. Overall, a very cool concept on a very cool engine. I would say that, like, you know, perhaps my experience with it wasn't superb. However, I don't know if that's necessarily my role here to evaluate that. I would say that's very, very neat overall. I'll have to drop her in order to get that conversation. I like the character concepts, and I like the that skills in SP are, you know, made use of. Not often that you get to see that in a sort of GBA-esque format. Okay, let's see that conversation, and then he dies. Yeah, because he has the skill that makes it so that he dies after X amount of turns. Okay, let's talk. That was... I'm sorry, I shouldn't have resisted him. Or I should have resisted him. Don't apologize. What you did was beyond horrifying. That's holy blood, I guess. The way it boils, I hate even looking at it. Does it hurt? Beyond anything else, I don't even know what I would compare it to. Clint. He's mad, isn't he? He's probably still thinking about the battle. Let me go talk to him. Alright, so does she have a talk with him then? I wonder. Okay. Well, either way, I think that's about as far as we need to go. It was asked that I cover up to that boss battle. So if you enjoyed this hack or this game, feel free to look into it for yourself on Fire Emblem Universe. This has been Fire Emblem Snow and Fire. If you enjoyed, make sure to throw a like on this video on FE Universe if you feel like it. I appreciate the opportunity to have tried this hack. This was an experience, no doubt. And I look forward to the rest of Fire Emblem E3. Make sure to subscribe to Fire Emblem Universe if you want to keep up with all of the latest developments, whether it be hacks, animations, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Whatever they decide to release. And I guess, until next time, I'll see you later.